I don't know. This whole Putin thing is getting ridiculous, but this has a lot to do with Biden's incompetence. I mean, at the end of the day, is Biden really? And to me, at this point in like the world outlook, it ain't even that we got to be feared. I wouldn't say we got to be feared. We don't. We got to be respected. Like being respected is way more beneficial at this point. Being more respected is gonna get you more allies. And I feel like we got way too many people that are not allies. And it's a lot of countries that are surrounding us, really, if you think about it. They're not too far away. So you gotta look at that. And Biden, honestly, like even with the American people, I don't feel like he gets a lot of respect. And I mean, that's just me being honest. Like Biden just doesn't. I think that's just as blatant as I can put it. He doesn't get a lot of respect, and I don't see him getting any more respect because of the stuff that he's doing. And that he's kind of like, he's been kind of like fake Donald Trump about this. You gave them a threat, it happened, and then nothing. All you did was sanctions. Like to me, them doing the sanctions thing is one of those like kiddie, like, hey, stop that, stop. Like you got to realize, like them sanctions, they was getting prepared for that. Like if you have somebody that's already knowing that they gonna get docked and they say, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway. What can you really do with that person? Like that's not much you can do with. Like you can't do much with them. You're just gonna have to either let them do them, or you're gonna have to get involved. Like point blank period. It's no dancing around that. Like you're gonna have to get into it. So Biden, I'm just letting you know, you're gonna have to put your big boy boots on and either calm this down or be willing to mess some stuff up. And you gotta be willing to know what come along with that. So you're gonna have to choose pretty fast. It's not no like let's deliberate a little longer. This is one of those like, all right, they might be trying to come into power and trying to take us over next, but that's a long time away. They can't possibly do it. If you watch any kind of coverage of what's been going on, they couldn't possibly invade us because literally just because of the firepower that they have. They don't have enough firepower. Like Ukraine isn't that big. And look how long it took just for them to get to the main part that they wanted. It took a while. So, I mean, it is what it is. You got to kind of watch stuff like that. And don't always believe what the news tell you. Do your own research. Because even when I did not a lot of research, but I was just looking, I was thinking this world was because of something else. Come to find out, it's not. It's because he wants the Soviet Union back in power. He trying to make this whole excuse about they're Nazis and all that, like Nazi supporters, I guess. I don't know. But all that stuff gonna have to get looked at. Y'all gonna have to actually do your own research individually. But I gotta stop talking about that. It's giving me a downer. Like I don't like talking about war, all this extra stuff. To me, all that is just nonsense. Like we need to just start coming together, start allying with some of these people. Because at the end of the day, we all just want to eat. Like, we all want to eat better. I thought that was the whole, like, end goal. We all want to eat better. But don't get me wrong. I'm just a person. So, we're going to get into this next topic. I'm going to segue topics. Coming up on 20 minutes. I got a good one that I like that I want to. I had to change up my list, too. This is going to be a list. So this section is top 5 horror movies. And I'll say, like, just for a disclaimer, I'll call it top 5 horror movies / franchises. Because these horror movies have come into franchises now. So I got to give them credit. Because it's hard to make, if you think about it, it's kind of hard to make a horror movie into a franchise. That's different. Like, yeah, we got Harry Potter franchise. John Wick is starting to become a franchise. I'll say I can't think of no other ones. Like, I guess back in the day we had the Twilight. Y'all females had that. But I mean, other than that, it's not really too many franchises that's like really, really popular. So I had to put franchises in here just because of the stability. So number 5, I know a lot of people are gonna be weirded out by this, but number 5, I had to put Saw. So Saw had to be my number 5. And the main reason why though is not because I don't like it's not because I don't like the actual movies itself. It's just because to me it wasn't like I wouldn't even say it was really fear based. It was more pain based. Like, if you get what I mean, like, okay, for people that didn't watch the movies, they had one girl that actually survived, but I'm like, wait, the next movie she's going through the ringer again just because okay, so you really not trying to teach people a lesson. You just trying to put them through pain and masking that as whatever you want to call it. I don't know what Jigsaw was on. I don't remember which one he died on, but supposedly he's been dead a while. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I watched a couple of the Saws, but a lot of them, I didn't really follow the story because it was just like empty to me at that point. Cause like, all right, now this dude is dead and you got all this extra stuff going on, all these inner circles that's not inner circles that we have to have a flashback to be able to figure out what's going on. I don't like those. Those ones you can miss me with. That's where they really lost me at. That's why I had to put them number 5. That had to be number 5 just because of how you had to string everything together. The way that they strung everything together, didn't like it. It could have been done better. And I think the movies, if y'all gonna make it like that, y'all should have focused on the first movie being more of an origin, like, of Jigsaw himself. Not wait until later when the motherfucker dead. And now we figured out all this extra shit about him. I didn't even know he had a baby on the way and then he died. That's the whole reason that he went on this rampage. When I saw that one, I forgot which number it was. If y'all know it, quote me on it. The one that we figured out, flashback, that he had a baby on the way and that a dude literally just opened the door on his wife and then lost it. Like, it's kind of a messed up way to lose a baby. But at the end of the day, to say that that's the reason that this dude turned into a serial killer, basically, that's a stretch. That's very movie-like. I like to go with movies that ain't movie-like. Like, I want to picture this actually happening in my world. And I don't picture it happening in my world. Not that deep. Maybe just going on a killing spree or something like that, but not no, like, elaborate 10, 15-year scheme of, no. I don't see that. And I don't get me wrong, the character himself, Jigsaw, the actual dude, he was smart. He was super smart. I'm like, he could have been using his brains for something else. Like, this is useless. Like, there's no reason that you should be using your brains for this, sir. Like, you need to put it towards something else. Put it something else towards your energy. So I got that for number 5. Saw number 5. Number 4, I had to do a little shuffling because I was like, I don't know, this one is better than this one. And I don't know how people going to bash me for this. I don't know how other people feel about this, but I'm going to say it. Number 4, I had Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I don't know how people feel. Maybe they feel like that's too low. But to me, that movie, like, okay, I get it that it was supposedly based on a real story. I get that. That's what makes it more scary. But at the same time, I got to go off the kills. The kills weren't that scary. The kills weren't like, it wasn't no cutting edge kills. It wasn't no, I don't even want to say action kills. It wasn't like no creative kills. It wasn't like, for example, one good movie that I was going to put in here, but I knew I couldn't, was the Rob Zombie Halloween. The Rob Zombie Halloween, better than the other one. Like, it's better than the other one. And I'm just going off of Not even recency bias, just because the other one, it was too dated. It was too like generically scary. The other one, the Rob Zombie Halloween, no. That was totally different. You had a little kid slaying a whole house and like details. Like, if you look at the creativity of the kills, I like that one way more. Take this dad, well, I ain't gonna say dad. Take this stepdad up to the chair, like duct taped him up to the chair, waiting for him to wake up. He didn't even wait for him to wake up. He just slit his throat. Imagine waking up to that. Like, you just bound to a chair. You can't move. Somebody slit your throat. Like, no, bro, that's not fair. That's not fair. Like, I didn't even get an opportunity to fight. Like, he can't do nothing. Like, that to me is one of those, like, creative kills that I give credit for. Like, credit to y'all that did the Rob Zombie movie. That one was, like, very creative with the kills. And then 2, the Halloween 2 that they did, dope. And it's crazy how it tied in the other kid, and I think that was needed because it was kind of weird following the other Halloween because it was all over the place, and for some reason they made the mom stay alive for way too long, and I'm like, I could have swore this lady died a couple movies ago, and then now the new one, she's back trying to kill him again. Like,